Welcome to AlphaCars and Motorcycles. Today I'm so excited to share with you this gorgeous 1997 BMW 840 Ci. This is an E31 generation BMW 8 Series, and they sold very little of these cars in the US during the, I believe it was 91 to 1997 is when they sold these here. I believe they sold less than 7,000 of them. And this one is the 840, so it has the M62 V8. And this car, they really just knocked it out of the park with the styling. Just having this out here today, making this video, there's been so many people stopping in, giving me thumbs up, asking about the car. It's really just something you don't see every day. And may I say, this is one of the only 8 Series on the market, E31 8 Series I'm talking about, that you can just buy, turn the key, and for the foreseeable future, you can drive this car with minimal maintenance, and of course, maybe a little bit of tinkering here and there. But this has been our sort of internal project car for a little while, and we've had the pleasure of refining it and going through anything and everything that it needed, whether it's a suspension refresh, brakes, tires, gaskets, seals, even a headliner. The full list of what we've done is on our website, alphacars.com. You can view the listing on there. There's our website and our number for you on our little plate frame there, and it'll also be up on the screen as well. At the date of this video posting, this vehicle is available for sale. You can have this for yourself, and whether you're local or you're across the country, we can ship it right to you. We've got many shipping partners, so either way, reach out, inquire about this, and if it still is available, you are just one click away from viewing the pricing and that full list of improvements we've made to this 8 Series. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the entire car. We're going to check out anything from the paint condition to the engine bay, trunk, even the underbody we'll take a detailed look at, and of course start it up and even take it probably just for a little drive here around the parking lot, but I'm sure in the future we'll probably come out with some sort of road test video as well, as this car drives so beautifully. It does have a clean Carfax, and it is only 2 previous owners. We acquired it a little while ago from the second owner, and it was a local vehicle, local customer, so really well taken care of car. But enough about that. Let's get into taking a close look at this 840 and admire first. We're going to start with this beautiful black paint job. As I mentioned, this black paint job, it's called Jet Black, and it is gorgeous. We've done some minor polishing. The car does have its, bumps and scrapes. It's a 28-year-old car, but overall it presents so nice, as I'm showing you here. We did the minor paint correction, which is just the polishing of the paint, and just check out the reflection there. We are gonna go down the panel so we can view any imperfections, and as you may see, there are a few dings here and there's a few scratches here and there with the car's age, but unless you're really looking at it at the right angle, it's hard to notice. But we're full transparency here, which is why I'm showing you all these different angles of the 840. Really, any angle on this car is gorgeous, but as you can see there's a few little imperfections here and there in the sheet metal surface, but not affecting the paint. Looking at the wheels now. The wheels present really nice. A little bit of minor wear here and there. I'm sorry about the camera washing them out a little bit. Let me come back to this one and dial back. There we go. Get the exposure just right. And, a little bit of cosmetic imperfection here and there. You can see this kind of little scrape on the edge. But overall, like the overall finish and everything, they present really nice. Now looking at the driver's side. Sorry about the camera, trying to adapt here. With the black paint around it, it kind of just boosts the exposure and brightness here, trying to compensate, but there we go. There's the driver front wheel there. And now looking into the interior, we'll take a peek in here. This interior is a Napa leather silver gray, and it is quite remarkable. It's in really, really nice condition. And this car, you can view all of the options it has, like I said, on the online listing, but it has some very nice options, very nice creature comforts, and the features are quite impressive for being a 97. There's some features in this car that modern cars still, you know, may not have, or you might have to option them with. But just taking a look here, there is a little bit of minor wear here and there in the interior. On some of the trims, like I said, we're full disclosure, nothing to hide. You can see right here, a little bit of cracking in the wood trim. But your passengers, in my opinion, no one's gonna notice unless you're telling someone, like I'm telling you. If you look at it real close, you can notice, but of course, we're full disclosure here. But if you had your passengers in the vehicle, they, in my opinion, would never know unless you so kindly pointed it out to them. But now looking in through the passenger side here, this is one of my favorite features of this car. We've got the glove box here. We have a little paper in there. Don't mind that. But check this out. You might wonder what these are. This is what BMW gave you in 1997 for cup holders. If we look in the console over here, there's just storage. BMW, I mean, most German cars at this time in their own market, in the German, European market, they didn't have cup holders at all. They kind of just tacked on stuff like this for the US market because the Americans, I guess, really think you need to be always having a beverage with you, which, you know, I like having some refreshing water or something on the road, but the Germans, they just believe you should be focusing on driving, which in my opinion you should. As we get that closed there, carpets, everything in this car is remarkable. You get in it, there's no weird smells or anything like that. It really just smells like a clean car of this era. It does have that distinct odor when you get in a car of this era with the leather it has. It's really quite pleasant. Now looking into the sort of rear bucket seats. Of course, you would have to have the seats up a little bit to have some legroom back here, but these look ultra comfortable, like you're in a recliner or something. You could just fall right asleep. And there is the first aid kit here. So this whole panel sort of comes down. Factory first aid kit is there. And this is a pass-through to the trunk. And actually, if we go over to the trunk here, and we'll open that here, has that electric release. And this panel here, you flip this up, and it has a magnet on it, so it stays up. And then this sort of bag here, you unravel. And I believe that's sort of like a ski bag. So the pass-through is right behind there. You kind of extend that bag out with your skis in it, and it prevents the snow from melting off of them and getting in your interior, is I believe the intent behind that. And now looking at the rest of the trunk, a little bit of discoloration just kind of right here and right here, but not too noticeable. Overall, very clean in here. We've got our CD changer, 6-disc CD changer. I like how that comes out, and then we push it back in for it. We can do it once again. Pops right out, works great. And I'll carefully load that back in. And we even have the factory toolkit right here, which I believe this actually isn't missing anything. We get the camera pointed down. It looks complete to me. Maybe something is missing, but it looks like everything has a home, and there's not even really any corrosion or rust or anything like that. So that is nice to see there. And yeah, just looking in, I guess the seals and the jams of the body and stuff, it's all just really clean, and everything operates as you would expect. And now let's go back to the interior. Even though the seats are electric, you saw me pull this release, so they do manually kind of push forward, and we can look at some of the electric movements here. You can see they work really nice. And there is a little control panel here. I believe this is one of the options this car has that's not normally standard. You can hear it activates. I think that what that is, it sounds like a little air pump to me, and that activates your lumbar control for both the driver and passenger. I'll show you the driver's side in 1 minute here. Looking at the door trim, everything is looking really nice here. And we have a little leather storage pocket to put some things in. And yeah, even the chrome paneling in the door jamb here, everything is looking great. And door edges, everything. This car has like no rust or corrosion. It's really, really clean, as you'll see when we go underneath a bit later in the video. But now let's go over to the driver's side. We'll pull this and move the seat forward just here. And yeah, here is the driver's side of the back seating area here. And the carpet, everything looks great. We can put the seat back to where it was and do some seat movements right here and right here. Everything works great. And we've even got 3-position seat memory, and once again that lumbar support in here. You can hear that pump fire right up. Now looking at the driver's side, a little bit of minor wear. I believe this is for the adjusting the mirrors, and a little bit of minor wear on there, but other than that, the rest of the switches are great. And a little bit of light wear on the factory mat, but that's what the mat is there for, to protect the factory carpet. Factory carpet looks great. And I believe, let's open up the engine bay here and take a look at this M62 as we use the releases there. Once again, just so clean under here, looking awesome. The sun has come out as well, giving a nice shine on everything. And yeah, nothing really to report. Like I said, most gaskets and seals and things and consumables have been done, and view the full list on AlphaCars.com. Even check out the sound insulation on the hood. It all looks great. It's not falling down or worn or anything of that nature. And now let's shut the hood. And it's time to fire this BMW up, is my thought. So fires right into life kind of as soon as you turn the key. We heard the little beep there because this car, I believe, has like the phone preparation. You could have a phone connected to it in its day, a car phone. And we have 97,804 miles at the time of this video. You can see it's a little low on fuel, but we know the fuel gauge is working nicely because the little red part lights up there for us. And we've got some of our multi-functions here. Let's see, I believe that's average speed, outside temperature. I'd say that's accurate. It's pretty nice outside here. We've got our clock, cassette player, and some of the climate control, which it does have some auto functions as well as of where it's sending the air. And I can pull back into drive here to show you. All these buttons work great. The AC definitely does blow ice cold in this car. And we've got some of our different controls here. I love some of this styling. We've got heated seats, which I really like how BMW did these heated seats with a rocker switch. It's like a momentary switch, sort of. It doesn't actually rock. It's just like a one-time hit, and it lights up and then turns off. So that's super cool. And yeah, we've got our e-brake right here. Some storage compartments, power outlet, more storage back here. And let's turn on our pop-up headlights. We've got our switch right here. Let's check this out. Awesome. And now what I'm gonna do is pop our moonroof. And now, if I shut the door correctly, check this out. We've got the pop-up headlights up. We've got the moonroof cracked for some ventilation, and this car is just gorgeous. Let's take a look at it here for a minute or two. You see my little paper I left on the floor. I'm gonna get that or I left on the ground rather, because we're outside. And part of what we did was the sunroof had a pretty extensive refresh. It had, I believe, like all new internal components like the guides and such, and it was all adjusted correctly. So that all works flawlessly. And what I'm gonna show you right now is, because we also had the headliner redone, So headliner's not drooping or anything. It is new. And I can show you right there. Let's look, even in the sunroof track, like let's look at the sunroof track. No buildup of anything. It's got fresh grease, and you can see there the tracks, everything look nice and fresh because it was replaced. Now we can shut this while we take a look at the rest of the headliner as well. There we go. And there's the rear view mirror. I believe that's auto dimming, which is pretty impressive for a vehicle of this age. And the electronically controlled steering wheel, the telescoping, and it goes up and down as well. So that's all awesome. Now we can shut off our pop-up headlights, put them back down. And now what we're gonna do is just take a little lap around our building. I'm gonna put it right in drive. And let me get the camera at a decent angle for us. As soon as you come off the brake, it's just super eager to go, super smooth. No abnormal, creaks or rattles or anything. I can give it a little bit of gas. Get that V8 growl there. And pay special attention too to our online listing. There's a little bit of information in there about this V8. It's a great engine. This car being a late E31, it has the M62. And in the US market, we got the certain version of the M62 that is not prone to the previous sort of bore scoring issues, depending on how the car was treated and the fuel that was used and such. And that's what we've done here for our lap. I believe we're all set with that. But like I said, pay special attention to the listing. You can learn all about that and why this is really, in my opinion, one of the most desirable engines and vehicles to have from the 90s that BMW has made. So let me get the camera at a nice angle here. Look at that side profile of the 8 Series. Now let's take a look at the underbody. We're gonna put it up on the lift and take a thorough look at the suspension, unibody, really everything under there we're gonna get to know very well. Now I've got the 840 up on the lift. Let's check out the underbody condition. This car is such a survivor. Now we're able to see all of these new suspension parts that the vehicle has, but also the vehicle itself is so clean and orderly. Look at the front subframe there. Of course, we can see some of the new control arms, tie rods, all of the ball joints and such are nice and fresh. Now as we walk, let me get a good camera angle. Let's walk down the underbody. Exhaust all looks great. Making our way to the back. No rust or corrosion or anything to be found in the spare tire well there. Even looking up at the bottom of the bumper, exhaust. Some natural kind of weathering on the exhaust, but you can see there is a new mount there. Nice Bilstein suspension. And yeah, everything is just looking so nice back here. Some natural weathering on the exhaust and the heat shields, as I mentioned. And some superficial, little bit of orangeness on some of the steel components of the differential there, but we can see the differential's nice and dry. Taking a look now in the rear suspension area, same thing. Super impressive. Now let's look at some of the pinch weld area of the unibody. Even look at all these brake lines, hydraulic lines, and the retainers for them. The chassis rail right here. This car is just amazing. It's in such nice condition, and I hope that's coming through on the video here. And yeah, there's the front suspension there, nice and fresh as we look up there. And even the lower sort of air scoop of the front bumper, a few light scuffs here and there, but even look at the underneath of the bumper, everything is just in such nice condition, no unusual damage or misuse or anything like that. And yeah, that's all I really have to show you on the 840. Really impressive Just honest car. This car was so well cared for, and that's why we scooped it up and decided to put the time and money into it and really just make it a turnkey driver. And now that we've seen the underbody, we really have a full idea of how nice this 840 is. It's idling very nicely. It's got those cool, sleek rectangle fog lights on there. Car idles super smooth, nice and quiet, great running engine, excellent maintenance this car has had over the years. So if you are interested in this 840, give us a call, 978-263-9000. Remember, we do have many shipping partners. We can ship this car to you no matter where you are in the country. And of course, if you did watch this video and you enjoyed learning about this 840, just looking around it, not many of these cars around in the US, so they are kind of rare to find, rare to see around. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it or if you learned something new. This has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough location. Please leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future content just like this.